Now, the Supreme Court has come out strongly against honor killing, saying that it is for the law to declare a marriage null and void, and cops or panchayats or parents can't resort to violence against the couple. The apex court is considering appointing a high-level police committee to protect couples in interfaith marriages. Let's go across now to Meenakshi Bhanja, who's joining us on the phone line. Meenakshi, this is a strong message from the Supreme Court, the Chief Justice, really sending a strong message to these Khap Panchayats that it's not for them to interfere in the married life of a couple. Well, Meenakshi, if you're there on the phone line with us, the Supreme Court sending a strong message to these Khap Panchayats, which have made it a habit of late to interfere in marriages. Well, we can't seem to get through to Meenakshi there, but of course we're seeing the Supreme Court come down heavily, in fact, on these Khap Panchayats that have passed diktats in the past against interfaith marriages. The Supreme Court saying that ultimately it's the law of the land that is the final arbiter on these issues, and of course the Khap Panchayats cannot get into whether marriage should be null and void. Let's go across to Meenakshi Bhanja, who was tracking the developments as they broke in the Supreme Court this morning. Meenakshi, we're seeing, of course, a strong message being sent to the Khap Panchayats that you have no business being involved and interfering in a marriage of a couple.
Well, absolutely. We're in top court cracking the whip on the Khaps, and what is very interesting is we had the Haryana government today argue a position which was completely untenable, and that has bothered the Supreme Court. The Haryana government wanted to explain the benefits of having a Khap, saying that they only go on to uphold what is traditional, what is cultural, and they're the conscience keepers, to which Chief Justice of India, they're in a very high constitutional post and a very high office, and this is the Chief Justice's word that please do not be conscience keepers to anybody, any two people, even if they get into a marriage and they are within the prohibited degrees of relationship, it is only in the way of the court to go ahead and adjudicate such a marriage as null and void. So it does clear message to the Khaps to really keep their hands off on two people who are choosing to get together in a marriage.
Absolutely, and very crucial observations are also made, Meenakshi, in the Hadia case, where the court said it is ultimately not, they can't go around investigating, who should be whose marriage stands and what circumstances they got married in, unless, of course, either one of the couple approaches the court and says we have a problem with this.
And that's such an interesting parallel, the Hadia case, because remember, again, we have seen the Supreme Court lay down the guidelines there that circumstances pertaining to a marriage cannot be investigated if neither parties in a marriage have a problem with the said marriage. So again, the same message being reiterated by the top court, and this time in a terse-coded warning to the Khaps to really mend their ways. Then we are having a reaffirmation of what a marriage indeed is. It is a coming together between two people, and it is only their decision to really continue with their union, and pertaining to honor killings. And obviously the Hadia case has also generated so much scrutiny and debate, in which again the right of the girl to go ahead and choose, even if a criminal, as is being alleged by investigating agencies, because there is no bar in law to restrict anyone from falling in love and marrying a criminal. So again, Supreme Court to the rescue, and this time a very terse message to the Khaps, asking them to keep off.
Well, absolutely, a strong message being sent there to these Khap Panchayats, which have in fact interfered multiple times in marriages before, passing all sorts of diktats. The court saying, well, it's not your business to interfere. Thanks, Meenakshi, for joining us.